Mabuhay from the beautiful city of Manila. I'm back with for the channel Fragrance RX, and today I was tagged by my very good friend Patrick of the channel Pinoy Kiwi Sense, and this is all about, as you can read from the title down below, my top 10 cheapies for life. So, wanna find out what are my top 10 cheapies for life? Stay tuned! Thank you so much, Patrick, for tagging me in this video. Now, if you want to check out his channel, I'll put the link down below. Make sure to subscribe to his channel as well. Now, I'll explain the mechanics of this video. What I consider a cheapie fragrance is those fragrances which cost $40 and below, roughly about 2,000 pesos and below. So, all of the fragrances that I'll be mentioning are worth below $40 US, roughly about 2,000 pesos. So this is in no particular order. My first on the list we have here from the house of Calvin Klein, CK1 Shock. Now this fragrance is tobacco heaven. I really love wearing this fragrance. It relaxes me when I'm wearing this fragrance. Sadly, this is already pulled out from the market here in the Philippines, but I got this for about 1,500 pesos. This 200 milliliter bottle. Actually, this is a pre-reformed bottle because what I have here is this silver sprayer. What we have right now are the black sprayers. Now, I previously compared the black sprayer compared with this silver sprayer right here. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link here. Now, I've mentioned there that this is more potent than the black sprayers, which is, well, I'm really not surprised because the black sprayers are reformulated already. Now, I really love wearing this scent. It is really a tobacco bomb. However, don't expect much performance for this fragrance. This will be around 6 to 8 hours on my skin. So, my number 10 on the list we have here from the house of Calvin Klein, CK1 Shock, the 200 milliliter pre-reformed version. Next on the list, my number 9 we have here from the house of Ferrari. We have here Bright Neroli. Now, I got this for about 1,500 pesos. Again, another cheapie fragrance. Others say that this is a clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Well, I don't agree actually because this one is a lighter version. The Neroli here is really that prominent and it's a really relaxing scent as well. When I'm wearing this fragrance, during the hot weather especially, just look at the sun right here in my outside window. It is really hot here in the Philippines and it is perfectly worn in the hot weather. Guys, really good smelling scent. That Neroli vibe really smells good. I really love wearing this fragrance. And just look at the cap. Very elegant cap. For 1,500 pesos, you're paying already for a quality juice, a quality bottle right here, which is really heavy, as well as the cap. Very quality fragrance. Unfortunately, I'm already running out of juice, so I'm planning to buy another bottle, but it is not available in their website already. You will really have a hard time looking for this Ferrari Bright Neroli as well as the other Ferrari Essence fragrances that we have in the market. So, better stock up on these fragrances while you still can. Again, my number 9 on the list from the house of Ferrari Bright Neroli. Next on the list, we have here from the house of Ralph Lauren, we have here Ralph Lauren Polo Bleu Eau de Toilette. Now, this one is a perfect dumb-rich fragrance. What do I mean by dumb-rich fragrance? If you can't think of a scent of the day, just grab this fragrance and spray it all over your body. This one is a perfect office scent, perfect school scent. Even the young kids will be able to appreciate this fragrance. Yes, this one smells really masculine. I really love wearing this fragrance, especially if I can't think of a scent of the day. I'll just reach for this fragrance and I'm good to go already. This one, I got this for about 1,000 pesos. I got a good deal with this fragrance, a very steal price, $20 US. So, you can complain for this fragrance already. This fragrance also lasts on my skin for about 8 hours plus, considering that this one is an eau de toilette concentration and it's very hot here in the Philippines. This is definitely worth it. For $20 US, I can't ask for more. Perfect for this weather. Yes, perfect office scent. Again, my number 8 on the list we have here from the house of Ralph Lauren Polo Bleu Eau de Toilette. My number 7 on the list. This one is a classic, guys. This one is from the 80s. We have here from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. We have here Kuros Now I think what I have here is a 2000 batch. I don't know, just look at this guys and see if this is a 2000 batch. But based from my research, if you have a chrome shoulder right here and a chrome sprayer and a chrome base, you have a good batch. Okay, so this one is considered as the king of the 80s, and I totally agree. This one really smells good. However, many find this as an offensive scent because of that musky vibe, because of that civet vibe that this fragrance has to offer. I detect that it kind of smells like a sour piss in the opening. That's how I will describe this fragrance. But as this fragrance develops in the middle part and in the dry down, this fragrance becomes better. Guys, this fragrance is definitely worth having in your fragrance collection if you're really into vintage fragrances. Just be careful with the trigger because this one is really strong. This one is a projection beast. This one is a projection monster. You might offend other people if you're wearing this fragrance, so go easy on the trigger. I got this for about 900 pesos, roughly about 18 to 19 US dollars. So, my number 7 on the list, Kuros by the house of Yves Saint Laurent. My number 6 on the list from the house of Bulgari, we have here Bulgari Aqua Amara. Now I got this fragrance for about 1,000 pesos, roughly about 20 US dollars. This partial bottle right here. Jeremy Fragrance consider this as a strength of the ocean, and Jeremy Fragrance really loves this fragrance, and I also love this fragrance. That salty vibe that this fragrance has to offer really smells good. Perfect for the summer, perfect for the hot weather, especially here in the Philippines where it is literally an oven, especially in the summer season. Just look at my outside window guys. It's really hot here in the Philippines. And when you're wearing this Bulgari Aqua Amara, you will really enjoy the summer season. This is perfect if you're going to the beach, especially if you're on the sandy beaches of, like, let's say Boracay or Palawan, El Nido, Coron, those places where we have beaches, perfect beaches here in the Philippines. Guys, I'll definitely prescribe this. Get this fragrance, Bulgari Aqua Amara. Unfortunately, you will just have a hard time acquiring this fragrance because this fragrance is discontinued already. I don't know why Bulgari discontinued this fragrance. This one is one of their best seller fragrances in the market. So I'm really confused as why Bulgari discontinued this fragrance. So if you can still buy this fragrance, grab the opportunity, have this fragrance in your fragrance collection. My number 6 on the list, Bulgari Aqua Amara. My number 5 on the list from the house of Nico's Parfums, we have here Sculpture Homme. Now, I recently got this fragrance because, well, it took a while before this fragrance arrived because of the quarantine issues, the global crisis that we're experiencing right now. But finally, I have this fragrance already. Now, it cost me about 800 pesos, roughly about 18 to 19 US dollars, a very cheapy fragrance. Now, this fragrance opens up with that floral citrus vibe, which is really perfect for the hot weather here in the Philippines because, guys, it's really hot here. As you can see from my window, really hot. And this one is a perfect summer scent as well. Perfect office scent, perfect casual scent. Even the young kids will be able to appreciate this fragrance right here. Perfect school scent as well. You can't go wrong with this fragrance. You can apply generously with this fragrance. You can overspray about 5 sprays because this fragrance is not that cloying. You will not cloy everyone around you. Guys, this one is truly must have in your collection. If you're into citrus fragrances, if you're into the citrus floral category of fragrances, then you must get this fragrance. Again, from the house of Nico's Parfums, my number 5 on the list, Sculpture Homme. Next on the list, I also got it from Fragrance X, which is Altamir by the house of Ted Lapidus. I got this for about 800 pesos as well. Same price as this Sculpture Homme by Nico's Parfums. Now, why did I buy this Altamir by the house of Ted Lapidus? Well, I'm looking for a cheaper alternative for this Gaultier 2 by the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. This fragrance is sadly discontinued and you will really have to spend a lot of money if you want to have this fragrance. I saw on eBay, this costs about 18,000 pesos. Imagine that, guys, $300 plus. Very expensive fragrance. Luckily, I scored this fragrance very cheap in Singapore when I went there. So I bought this Altamir, and I was not disappointed when I bought this fragrance. This fragrance really has a similar vibe with Gold TA2, but they're not perfectly identical. They're not 100% identical, about 90% identical only. But you can still appreciate that Gold TA2 vibe on the initial spray of this fragrance. So I really can't complain with this fragrance anymore because I will not be able to find another Gold TA2 in the near future. So I'll be spraying this Altamir by the house of Ted Lapidus instead for 800 pesos, guys, for 18 to 19 US dollars. You can't ask for more for this fragrance. Amber is the star of the show of this fragrance, same as the Gold TA2 that we have here. So guys, I will definitely prescribe this fragrance if you miss Gold TA2, if you miss the smell of Gold TA2, if you want to save up the juice of your Gold TA2, then by all means, grab this fragrance. Altamir by the house of Ted Lapidus, my number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list, this was suggested to me by my brother Joy Amin and brother Victor of the channel Your Average Fraghead. Again, if you want to check out his channel, I'll put the link down below. Make sure to check out Joy and Victor's channels. So this one is from the house of Nike. We have here Nike the perfume Intense. Intense, man intense. So this fragrance is said to be a clone of La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, right here. And I totally agree. Guys, when I compared these two fragrances side to side, this is definitely La Nuit de l'Homme in another bottle. This costs about 500 pesos, roughly about 10 US dollars. Imagine how cheap this fragrance is. When you spray this fragrance, you will be immediately reminded of La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. That's how good this fragrance was made. Nike the perfume, man intense. And for 500 pesos, what can you lose, guys? You can even overspray this fragrance because this fragrance is not that cloying. However, the downside of this fragrance is it doesn't last that long, about 4 hours, and it's gone already. But again, you can just bring a decant and just respray all throughout your body. This fragrance is readily available in the market. You can get this in your local department stores. That's how readily available this fragrance is. You can actually get this from your local supermarket. That's how readily available this fragrance is. For 500 pesos, what is to lose, guys? You will definitely experience that La Nuit de l'Homme vibe that this fragrance has to offer. My number 3 on the list, Nike the perfume, man intense. Thank you so much, Joy and brother Victor, for suggesting this bottle right here. My number 2 on the list, this one is from the house of Le Couvent de Minime. I don't know if I pronounce it right because I'm no French, but this one is Eau de Mission's Cologne by the house of Le Couvent de Minimes. Okay, I got here the 250 milliliter bottle. This fragrance is dirt cheap way back then, but now because this fragrance is discontinued, the price has skyrocketed high. You can get this for about 2,000 pesos already for the price right now. But way before, you can get this for about 500 pesos. That's how cheap this fragrance is. This one is a vanilla bomb. If you're into sweet fragrances, if you're into vanilla fragrances, then you should get this fragrance right here. Just look at the juice, guys. Very dark juice. This fragrance is really a sensual scent. Perfect date scent, perfect intimate moment scent. But again, the downside of this fragrance, because this one is a eau de cologne concentration, it doesn't last long on your skin. This lasts on my skin for about 3 to 4 hours and it's gone already. So you will just have to buy a decant bottle, just put it in there, and just respray all throughout the day. And this one comes in this screw type cap, but you can place, so you can decant readily, but you can also put on the sprayer and just spray. That's how convenient this Eau de Mission's Cologne bottle is. So you can decant right away. So guys, if you have the opportunity to get this fragrance for a dirt cheap price, grab this while you still can, because prices are really skyrocketing high and it will be expensive in the near future. So while you still can, grab this fragrance. Definitely worth checking out from the house of Le Couvent de Minime, Eau de Mission's cologne, my number 2 on the list. And my number 1 fragrance, this one is a readily available fragrance. I included this fragrance in my top fragrances for the hot weather. My number 1 on the list we have here from the house of Nautica Voyage. I'm really proud of this cheapie right here. I got this for about 500 pesos, roughly about 10 US dollars. And this fragrance is readily available in the market. Anywhere you go, you will find this fragrance. So this one is readily available right here. And this fragrance opens up with that apple cucumber combination, which really smells good. Perfect for the hot weather. Perfect for the summer season, especially here in the Philippines where it is very hot. I'm already sweating right here. So what do I get when I'm spraying this Nautica Voyage? I can imagine myself sailing in the ocean with a glass of cucumber juice. That's how good smelling this fragrance is. When you smell it, guys, really relaxing scent. Especially if you use this in the hot weather, it will project. This one is a projection monster. This one, however, will not last long on your skin, about 5 to 6 hours, just bring a decant again, and you can go all throughout the day. I suggest you get this fragrance from your local fragrance groups or your local gray market sites because this fragrance will be quite expensive if you get this in your local department stores in retail prices. Again, my number 1 cheapie for life, which is Nautica Voyage. Definitely worth checking out. Grab this cheapie right here, my top 1 fragrance, top 1 cheapie fragrance for life. You heard my top 10 cheapie fragrances for life. Now what are your top 10 cheapie fragrances for life? I wanna hear it from you guys. Kuya Nico of the channel Nico Miranda PH, John Greg Parilla of the channel John Greg Parilla, your average Fraghead Victor, and lastly Daniel Son of the channel Daniel Son. I can't wait to hear your list, guys. And to my avid viewers and subscribers, what are your top 10 cheapie fragrances for life? Again, put your comments down below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Fragrance RX. Again, this is Wedson for the channel Fragrance RX, your fragrance doctor. See you in the next video. Have a nice day and stay fragrant!